was a mess, all the situation, because we didn't know.
And we had machetes and kitchen knives.
I need to do something, they are dying in there.
Some girls started crying. It was really hard to see.
I took my knife, I put my things, and I jumped in the water.
I was all the time thinking, don't get entangled with a hook. I came to Costa Rica to start new conservation projects, using my background as an engineer to try to help the marine ecosystems. What I love is inventing new projects. I love thinking all night about how I can start a new project that makes the difference in the ocean. And Costa Rica was a perfect place because it's pristine. There is everything to be done in terms of conservation. It's huge, all the ocean you have, and it's a hotspot of biodiversity.
When I dive, I feel at home. I feel more at home underwater, I think, than outside of the water. It's so quiet, it's so beautiful, and it's just so simple.
I hear the whales singing. I hear the whales singing when I was doing free diving, and that wake me up the feeling of I need to be a diver. I should be no 1 minute, 2 minutes under the water. I should be 45 minutes, 1 hour to hear all the sound that the males reproduce or all the noise that these giants produce, you know?
The ocean is that big that the human being has been unable to really understand and even explore it.
I've always felt that I needed to join my three passions, that was research, scuba diving, and ecology.
I met Laura when I was in the middle of a change in my life. I didn't know if I was going to continue with the conservation or I needed to come back to the normal life. So Laura was there in the perfect moment to keep me going and keep me straight in the direction of conservation. And from that point, we have been working together a lot.
So we started building projects of marine invertebrates and 3D models of the coral reefs.
The way we are trying to help the coral reef is trying to use low-cost technology and using technology and biology together to try to understand what is the health. With all of this information, we can create better strategies for coral restoration.
And it was important for us to be able to show this beauty and say, okay, we need to do something to protect this.
The photography started to be a big tool for me to show to the rest of the people how I see nature. These images can be beautiful, but many times also it's not so nice what I find in there, and it's part of what I would like to express.
Plastic is for sure a huge problem in Costa Rica, but all over the world. There is plastic pollution everywhere, killing a lot of marine life and just polluting all the beaches.
I have seen turtles eating trash, eating a plastic bag. I have seen all kind of animals entangling in the fishing lines, in fishing nets, or inclusive in pollution that come from the human beings.
Fishing industry, it's using more resources than they should. All around the world, not only in Costa Rica, there is more fishing that the ocean is able to recover.
When we fish, we start fishing all the big fishes, and now all the big fishes are almost gone. And so we just disrupted the whole trophic chain, and that's a big problem because it has a huge impact on the whole ecosystem.
There is not enough restriction and there is not enough control of what is happening out there in the open ocean.
We have a season of humpback whales. It's very interesting. It's a population of the South Pacific of America that come for mating, for have their babies. It's tropical warm water, so it's very good conditions for these giants.
My first whale was for my birthday. I woke up, I went out of the little house in the island, and the rangers told me, there was a whale! And so I took the binoculars and I saw the first whale of my life, and I was like, oh my God, this is the best gift ever. For me, it was a sign that I was on the good path.
Am I going to be able to be in the water with one of those animals? So I never expected what was going to be my first experience with the humpback whales.
Mi sobrino es capitán de bote y ese día le tocó ir de capitán a Sirena. Entonces él, como que salieron un ratito, a veces salen a pescar o algo, y me llamó y me dijo, tía, hay una ballena con el bebé enredados en cuerda, entonces se ve como que el bebé está muy ya cansado y necesita que le ayuden. Entonces le dije, bueno, déjame organizar algo, pero no te vayas, quédate donde hay señal para poder localizarte otra vez y decidir qué vamos a hacer.
We were in a bakery with Carlos, and we were working on the computer, and then we just got a call.
And it was like, there are 2 humpback whales entangled. We need to rescue them. And in that moment I thought like, okay, that's the reason why I'm in Costa Rica, so let's go.
And we just started running and going towards the diving center. And there everyone was taking the diving gear.
I just picked up a few stuff, my dive knife, my camera, mask, snorkeling. They were the group of people, more or less like 8 people, 9 people.
I didn't know most of the people of the boat that day. Some of them, I knew them because we were doing some choral lectures around the area. I knew the faces.
De Yadira se dijo que ella vendría y que habían 2 chicos que estaban en la isla del Caño, que era Carlos y Laura, que podían venir. Y entonces entre Wilson y mi sobrina lo coordinamos, que llevar agua, puñales, todo lo que fuera para cortar, ¿verdad?
A nosotros dieron aproximadamente por dónde estaba. Nos dirigimos todos, obviamente cada uno con su posición hacia donde localizar la ballena, porque no es suficiente con estar mirando para todo lado.
We just had approximately, it is in front of La Sirena.
fue impresionante, impresionante llegar ahí. Bueno, mi sobrino nos esperaba con el bote, verla como estaba tan enredada, demasiado cuerda, sujetando al bebé y no sé, hay un momento en que te desesperas, tú dices, ¿qué puedo hacer? ¿Cómo lo hago? Y
We were not expecting that there was going to be all those buoys that was on top of the whales, and because of all those buoys, the whales couldn't go down anymore.
When we reach to see the whales, is the baby upside down.
And it seemed like it couldn't breathe anymore. And there we literally like all felt okay, now we really need to do something.
No sabemos cuánto tiempo podían llevar ya atrapadas, pero sí tenían laceraciones y ciertos cortes, probablemente varias horas o quizá un día. El bebé era muy pequeñito, le calculamos un par de días de edad, todavía estaba muy pequeñito.
Teníamos todos que entender que era algo nuevo, a pesar de que tenemos tantos años de estar en esto, algo nuevo para todos, y que lo primordial que teníamos que entender es que para ayudar a alguien, o a un ser vivo, a una ballena, lo que sea, en este caso una ballena en su ballenato, nosotros teníamos que ayudarnos nosotros mismos. Si nosotros no estamos seguros, no podemos hacer nada, absolutamente nada, porque si algo nos pasa a nosotros, nadie va a poder ayudar a la ballena.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like that clean that we cut the lines and everything. So it was like a mix of different situations all together. It was a mess, all the situation, because we didn't know. We're not whale rescuers.
Wilson saltó al agua, pero estaba el macho que a la vez da un poquito de susto, de miedo, ¿verdad? Porque uno no sabe en sí si te hará daño o no.
Y frustrante, porque yo fui uno de los primeros que salté al agua y al ver que ella como que no aceptaba que nadie se le acercara. Cuando salió el macho, la escolta que estaba con ella, que se metió en medio de donde estaba la ballena y yo, que fue después.
Y por un momento como que ellos no se acercaban, entonces uno decía como, no, ve, no te hará daño. Entonces como una mezcla de todo, de preocupación, miedo, de como acérquense más, era como una mezcla.
Some girls started crying. It was really hard to see because it was this baby that was like a week old. It was really, really, really young.
I feel like I need to do something. They are dying in there, and I just could think about jump in the water. So I took my knife, I put my things, and I jump in the water, and I swim straight to the whales. And I started to cut the lines.
Carlos y Julian que saltaron al agua, pues, pero fue muy impresionante.
I remember Juliana and I on the water looking to each other and looking to each other and saying, what? And then the whale making super strong sounds, and Juliana and I were like, we don't know what we are doing, but we are doing it.
You want to release the animals, but you know that also they can be dangerous for you, you know?
I was in a trance. I wasn't really, if I think about it, I would never jump. And I think Julian agreed with me that there is no way you jump if you think what you're doing. Because the line has a lot of hooks. So I was in my mind, like, imagine you get entangled in a hook and the whale drops you down into the water. So I didn't want that.
I figured, okay, I'm gonna be a lot more useful if I stay out and I record the whole thing. Because this is a huge event, it is really important, so we need to have footage to show the world that what's happening with all the fishing lines and the plastic and everything.
Después, poco a poco, fue hacemos esto y prueba y falla, y al final la misma ballena nos dio a nosotros la dirección de qué hacer.
When we finally rescued the baby, everything changed. We started working on the mom, and it was much easier because then the whale started understanding what was happening. So in that moment, everything, we start looking at the situation like, okay, we can do this.
Ver que quizás no habíamos llegado a tiempo y luego sí, una vez liberado, como él recuperó y más bien hacía movimientos, ¿verdad? Como un bebé jugando, ya el humor le cambió, se recuperó mucho rápido.
What was really beautiful and incredible was that the mom and the dad's whale really started to trust us after we released the baby one.
Y hubo momentos increíbles en que más bien el macho la hacía devolverse hacia nosotros, como que él la empujaba hacia el bote nuestro para que le ayudáramos. Entonces fue como increíble, o sea, algo que uno dice, es increíble. Ellos sabían que le estábamos ayudando. Sí.
I would like to think that they understood that we were there for help them, you know?
Es difícil llegar y decir que eso se le mete en la mente a una ballena, pero se sentía de que ella ya entendió que estaba satisfecha con que el bebé estuviera libre y ella nos permitió ayudarle a ella, nos permitió acercarnos. Fue increíble lo que nosotros hicimos para poder liberar el resto de la cuerda.
Lado izquierdo del bote.
But it wasn't easy. We were another 2 or 3 hours, I don't remember.
Esto, obviamente, esta cuerda para mí no era cuerda costera, era cuerda grande, era de línea larga. Esa ballena, si no tenía 3 millas de cuerda amarrada a ella, era poco. Usted se da cuenta por las boyas, eran que 12 boyas, creo que eran 12 boyas, y cada boya tiene su distancia, de que los pescadores la ponen y en medio hay un montón de cuerda, y la cantidad de cuerda que ella tenía era increíble. Ver dos tortugas muertas ahí, lo único que vos puedes hacer es tratar de vedar o tratar de prohibir.
O sea, si te imaginas la distancia que recorre una ballena para venir acá, para tener sus bebés y criarlos aquí unos meses y luego que agarren fuerza y regresar, entonces te piensas como, ¿cómo van a tirar una línea de esas así para que ellas se enreden y todo esto?
And finally we cut the whole line and we took in the boat with us like a trophy, and it was amazing.
The whales went away, and that was crazy because everyone jumped in the water.
It was like the movies, you know. We jump in the water to check that the whale were free, and they come back to us, and it was so beautiful to see them coming out of the water. I don't know if they were saying thanks or what, because I don't speak their language, but what I understood is that they were happy to be free again.
It was so gentle and they really came back as if to say thank you, and that was so beautiful.
Ella se dejó mirar, de hecho, bueno, vino como hacia donde Yadira y donde mí, como muy cerca, como no sé, uno lo toma como un agradecimiento, como que ellas están agradeciendo ese momento y luego estuvieron ahí cerca jugando y todo, fue muy impresionante.
Usualmente aquí la gente me molesta a mí mucho porque yo hablo mucho. Ese fue un día, ese fue un día de que después de que terminó todo esto y la adrenalina pasó, fue un día que yo me quedé callado, el resto de la tarde me quedé callado, y para mí esto es algo bastante extraño. Pero la sensación de ver cómo un animal entiende cuando alguien lo está ayudando y cuando alguien no, es increíble.
I felt really grateful that I could be there to save those whales, but also I felt really scared because this is one event, but this is happening everywhere all the time, and very often we don't see it.
I was for 1 week, I was like all the feelings were coming back after a week to me.
I got in this mode of feeling pretty guilty about what is happening with these living beings in the ocean or in the forest, that we don't see it and we don't have the opportunity to support and help them.
Yo muy feliz, sinceramente, haber ayudado y saber que el bebé ya estaba bien, que no lo perdimos.
When you are working on marine conservation and you are trying to remove all the plastic of a beach, or you are helping a humpback whale to survive because it's entangled, you understand how easy it is to destroy the ocean.
Yo siento que el pueblo debe unirse, todos los que tenemos esta bendición de tener las ballenas, unirnos y estar siempre atentos y alertas por cosas como estas, y estar siempre atentos para ayudar y rescatar.
Mira, son muchas cosas. O sea, lamentablemente nosotros no le podemos decir a los pescadores que no pesquen, pero sí les podemos decir, o les podemos tratar de decir cuándo. Para mí lo mejor sería vedar la pesca con línea, la pesca con trasmayo en la época de apareamiento, en la época de migración de ballenas. Es muy sencillo.
Coming back here to Drake and being with all the guys, taking a beer and cheering for it, that moment was great.
The solution is active, and like human beings, like simple individuals that we are, every action that we do, it's very important for this change, you know.
If there is less people that want to consume fishes and are less demanding on the fishing industry, this is how we can reduce the impact on the marine ecosystem.
So we are in a system that people is working and buying things that they don't need and spending money in things they don't enjoy, and at the same time we are destroying our house, that is the environment.
All these small actions in the end, it's something big because we are interconnected in this earth.
Porque fue muy impresionante cuando Wilson saltó al agua y la ballena,
le salió detrás.
El otro individuo salió
le
así,
salió detrás
de un
solo.
pero no te quiero aquí.
Le
Sí,
salió detrás,
porque al
sí.
principio fue como, sí, vamos a ayudarla, vamos a hacer lo posible, pero cuando ya vemos estos tres individuos saliendo, todos nos quedamos como,
Sí, no es tirarse al agua y se van a quedar quietitas.
que lo que pensábamos, sí.
Henei jana, henei jana, henei jana, he jona, henei jana, henei jana, he jona, henei jana, henei jana. Hineyana, hineyana, yana, hineya, hineyana, hineyana, yana, hineya, hineyana, hineya, hineyana, hineya, hineyana, 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 heyona, heyona, hineyana, hineyana. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 henei jana, henei jana, ay, 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 henei jana, henei jana. Heyona, heyona, henei jana, henei jana, heyona, heyona. Hineyana, hineyana, yana, hineya, hineyana, hineyana, yana, hineya, hineyana, hineya, hineyana, hineya, hineyana, hineyana. Ay, 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 hineyana, hineyana. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.